Hello, this is Brian Breen from the Baton Rouge Blues Foundation, and I'm here with Anti-Records recording artist Son Little. I do need you on the mic. This is Aaron Livingston, also known as Son Little, and he's joining us today. He's going to be performing at the Baton Rouge Blues Festival, and we're so happy to have you with us today.
Glad to be here.
And I'll just describe for our audience a little bit about his music is just a fascinating blend of soulful R&B and crooning with classic R&B beats, but it's not. It doesn't sound like something out of the 60s or the 70s. It just sounds completely unique. He's got very contemporary production techniques on the vocals and on the grooves as well. And then he adds this guitar, which sounds like something out of Buddy Guy, and it just comes together in something that's totally unique. I want to tell you what NPR says that. Son Little can really tell a story. He brings the heartbreak in his voice, feels rough around the edges. While his impeccably crafted songs are honest and unpretentious, there's not a self-conscious moment here, yet it's pop music to its core. So really, I want to welcome you to Blues Fest and congratulate you on your wonderful EP, Things I Forgot. And tell us, what was the genesis of this project? How did this come about? I know you had worked previously with The Roots and with DJ
RJD2.
Yeah. Tell us about this project.
Well, like you said, I've done a lot of things, as half of a group or with a band, with a shared vision, which is cool. But I always wrote songs and lyrics and produced my own music. And I felt like it was a good time to kind of share my own vision.
Yeah.
Solo,
Right. And you said at one point that you never saw yourself as a headliner, as a singer, but you have such a beautiful, emotionally resonant voice. And how did you discover that and decide I need to be out front?
I got pushed a lot. Sometimes literally to the front of the stage. I think a person's voice is a peculiar thing. It sounds different to you than it does to anybody else. So it took me some time to accept being in front, but it's liberating, tell your own story.
What are your influences? I mean, I can hear in your voice. I can hear a little Stevie Wonder, a little Marvin Gaye, and Bob Marley, maybe even. How do you feel that you've been able to integrate the influences in your own art and craft?
Well, I think ultimately that music across genres has more in common than there are differences. So. And that the simple things are the things that usually resonate with me anyway. I wouldn't imitate something that I didn't like, and I do my best not to imitate anything anyway, but ultimately everything boils down to a few chords, and a few words if you say them the right way. So I try to draw from everything that I hear.
And some of your, I'm going to talk about a couple of your songs. Some of your lyric writing seems to me to be very poetical. You use imagery and things like in the river, you draw upon that water imagery, and that works with the sensuality of the song. Cross My Heart is a very poetical song. Tell us about that song a little bit.
Cross My Heart?
Yeah.
I was actually trying to make a party song, which I should know better at this point. Is pointless, but I was actually trying to make this upbeat party song, and I was struggling. All I had was one little drum the thing
It's
you
like
hear
a
at the front of
classic,
the,
like TR-808
Sure,
drum machine, right?
sure.
Yeah.
So I had those little 808 sounds, and
Yeah.
that's all I had for 3 weeks or something like that. I couldn't come up with any party lyrics. So, but I just had a rough patch. A friend of mine committed suicide.
Oh, I'm
And,
sorry.
it's kind of hard to write a party song when your friend commits suicide.
Yeah.
And right in the midst of that, the Trayvon Martin trial was ongoing, and then the verdict came out on that right around that same time. And I turned the rhythm on again, and just heard something different. Mainly just the chords in the chorus, and the words of the chorus came to me, and it ended up being. It's one of the great things about music is that you can take pain and use it to heal yourself.
Well, we have in the news this week another similar situation, and it's I saw Stevie Wonder in concert a couple of weeks ago, and he had sang his song "Village Ghetto Land." He said, "Still in 2015."
Right.
That's what he said. But it seems to me like you're connecting with that and that tradition of Stevie and what's still happening today, and with the Black Lives Matter movement and all that. Would you like to share some music with us today? I see you brought your guitar.
I did, but I can't get the amp to work. I'm not very good with my equipment.
Let's see what.
Oh,
There it
it
goes.
is. See, you gotta flip the switch. That's what I missed. Nobody told me that. Tom and Bobby, they gone. They don't live here long, but I'm still knocking and clawing, wishing gon' get me none. Out or nothing. Get on, bang the guns, bang these drums. Out, in hungry. You gone, left us with none but crumbs. But out in the fields, we're the same. Out here, my dear, ain't nothing changed. So cross my heart. See, now you gotta come to my set to see the rest of the song.
Fantastic. Oh, it's a beautiful song, and some of that topic of that song I also related to. There was another song that was not on this EP called "Mother," and that had some just heartbreaking lyrics, and that I thought were that related to this song in a way. You said something, why do they treat me like I'm not a man? Can I love the world and hate how it makes me feel? Do we burn the old one down and start again? And just, wow, it just, you encapsulated so many of the social problems that we have with racism in this country right into a beautiful piece of music.
You know, it's disappointing to have written two songs like that. They're very different songs, but about basically the same thing. Um, but to have written 2 of those songs in 1 year, I'd prefer not to do that. But, you know, I do feel like an obligation to tell the truth about how I feel, especially about something that serious that affects
Sure.
all of us, you know.
I want to remind our listeners we're talking with Son Little, Aaron Livingston, who's with us here at the Baton Rouge Blues Fest. You have a set going live today. At what time?
1:30.
1:30 set today. You won't want to miss it. He's a really, really exciting up-and-coming artist who didn't come from nowhere. Didn't you? You worked with the Roots at one point?
Yeah, I did a couple songs with the Roots, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of cut my teeth in Philly.
In Philly?
Those are just, Philly has some of the most amazing musicians that I've ever encountered, and I learned a lot about how to present. I got a couple of my kicks in the pants came from them. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
And your work with RJD2, what was that like? That was a different kind of sound, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting about him, I mean, he was known mostly as a beat maker. You know, he made did production for a lot of hip hop groups, and so a lot of sample based stuff. But he actually plays multiple instruments, and something that a lot of even his fans don't realize. But he's got a very eclectic ear, which works well for me because I can get pretty bored with, you know, kind of boilerplate, cookie cutter tracks, you know.
Now, your own music, though, seems to be less sample-based. It's very influenced by certain styles, but it seems to be more in terms of the actual sounds, or you're generating them.
I like to think that I am sampling, but, you know, I infuse my own writing with sounds that I've heard, you know. So I don't take pieces of records, but
Yeah.
you know, there's sounds that I gather in my head, you know.
And your record label is Anti?
Anti, yeah.
And I noticed on there they also have Tom Waits and Wilco, Jeff Tweedy. That's some nice company.
Yeah. Well, I'm really happy and I think lucky to be with them because they're a group of people that are just a great group of people that appreciate artists and artists who want to go their own way, you know.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And you, so you're playing the Baton Rouge Blues Festival. We're so lucky to have you here today. And I noticed on your schedule you're also doing Bonnaroo this year.
Yeah. So
Oh, that must be exciting.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. And yeah, it's kind of a new development, but yeah, look. So if anybody's in Tennessee in June, come see me there too.
Yeah. Would you like to share anything else with us musically? Maybe.
Sure. My joy, my joy, oh lovely one. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? My joy, joy, my joy, you're all night long. I need you now. I need you now.
will tell our audience, not all his songs are somber and sad.
Yeah.
There are some upbeat ones as well. If you all come to his set at 11:30 on the.
He's just so comfortable on this couch that it's hard not to take it easy.
Yeah. Well, about 5 minutes left. What is next for you? Do you have a new? Are you writing more songs? Do you have
I'm always writing more songs.
You are?
I got far too many songs for the album that should come in the fall this year.
a full album
Yeah.
in the fall. Oh, excellent. And who are you working with, production-wise? Are you doing?
I'm doing everything.
You're
at
doing
this
most
point.
everything yourself.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not someone that's gonna restrict myself to that. But you know, like I've done a lot of work with other producers where I did. You know, I let them make tracks and I would sing to them, which is. I like working that way, and it allows me to concentrate on. I think what the part of the process I like the best, which is tends to be the lyrics and
Mhm.
the vocals, the harmonies and things.
Yeah, the vocals are really the vocal production is just beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got to keep it up. We'll be looking forward to that full album. Well, I want to thank you for coming out today and sitting on the comfortable couch and talking to me. We really had a nice time. We're so looking forward to your set later today. 1:30 on the Swamp Blues? No, you're on the. I forgot which day. One of the main stages. Of course, we moved the Blues Fest to River
Foundation,
Center.
that's
Foundation
what it
stage.
is.
Thank you. And which is down the lower level in the exhibition hall here at Riverfest. And it's going to be a great day for the blues. It's great. It's so great to see artists like you who connect with the past and the tradition, and yet you're saying something that's really relevant today, both musically and lyrically. And I want to remind our listeners that this is Son Little, and he'll be playing at 1:30. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much.